Happy New Year! For January 2025, Robert Reed will look on the work and life of William Cullen Bryant. William Cullen Bryant stands as one of early America's most influential literary figures. He was known both for his poetry as well as his long career as an editor of the New York Evening Post. Um, Born in Massachusetts to a distinguished family, he showed remarkable literary talent from an early age. At just 13, he published his first poem, The Embargo. It was a political satire that gained significant attention. His precocious talent led many to call him the American Wordsworth, though it's fair to say, looking at both, that the styles would eventually develop into distinctly different directions than, say, the Englishman Williams Wordsworth. His most famous poem, entitled Thanatopsis, was written when he was only 17 and was published in the North American Review in 1817. It established him as a major voice in American literature, and the poem, whose title means A View of Death in Greek, reflects on mortality through the lens of nature, a theme that would become central to his work. It's a very solemn and meditative piece, and it certainly represented a certain philosophical depth, and it was a significant departure from a lot of other conventional poetry at the time. Um, it, we can look at it as a kind of a pivotal turning point, which was a time where he was starting to establish a very unique American poetic voice. Now, beyond his literary achievements, Bryant played a crucial role in American journalism as well as politics. And as editor of the New York Evening Post from 1829 until his passing, he transformed the paper into a respected voice for a lot of what would be known at the time as liberal causes, including the abolition of slavery, workers' rights, and free trade. Now, his editorial career often overshadowed his poetry work in later life, though he continued to write and publish verses throughout his career. And his commitment to both artistic excellence and social justice made him a model for later writer activists who were influenced by his life and work. Little known fact was that he was very instrumental in contributing to the idea of Central Park, and that there should be an internal oasis of respite for folks in an urban environment. Um, his poetry is characterized by its careful observation of American landscapes, also noted for its moral earnestness and its very graceful, measured language. Works like To a Waterfowl or, say, The Yellow Violet and The Prairie, they all demonstrate his ability to find profound meaning in natural phenomena while maintaining a distinctly American perspective. His style influenced later poets of the 19th century, particularly in his use of blank verse and his treatment of nature as a source of spiritual and moral insight. Though his reputation as a poet has fluctuated since his death, his role in establishing an American literary tradition and his influence on both journalism and environmental consciousness remained significant and thoroughly unquestioned. And as one of the first American writers to earn international acclaim, Bryant helped establish the credibility of American literature abroad. His translations of Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, which he completed later in life, further demonstrated his literary range and classic scholarship. His long life spanned much of America's formative period, and his work reflects both the optimism and the moral struggles of a young nation. He passed away in 1878. He was widely honored as a founding father of American literature and journalism. Bryant's A Song for New Year's Eve is often recited at the beginning of the year. Obviously, the theme is clearly around New Year's Eve as the marking point, but also, like a lot of poetry, is about the passage of time. It begins by noting how quickly time passes, and it uses the imagery of fleeing birds and fading stars. It then transitions to reflect on how human life, in a similar way, rushes by, and he compares our years and the passing of that time to gathering waves. It concludes on a somber yet accepting note about mortality, suggesting that we should We should face the passing of time with grace, while at the same time cherishing what time we have to remain. A song for New Year's Eve by William Cullen Bryant. Stay yet, my friends, a moment stay. Stay to the good old year. So long, companion of our way, shakes hands and leaves us here. Oh stay, one little hour, and then away. The year whose hopes were high and strong has now no hopes to wake. Yet 1 hour more of jest and song for his familiar sake. Oh stay, oh mirthful hour, and then away. The kindly year his liberal hands have lavished all his store. And shall we turn from where he stands because he gives no more? Oh stay, the grateful hour, and then away. Days brightly came and calmly went, while yet he was our guest. How cheerfully the week was spent, how sweet the seventh day's rest. Oh stay, one golden hour, and then away. Dear friends were with us, some who sleep beneath the coffin lid. What pleasant memories we keep of all they said and did. Oh stay, one tender hour, and then away. And even while we sing, he smiles his last, and leaves our sphere behind. The good old year is with the past. Oh, be the new as kind. Oh stay, one parting strain, and then away. A song for New Year's Eve by William Cullen Bryant. And that's a wrap for our inaugural 2025, January of 2025, Robert Reads, where we looked at the work of William Cullen Bryant and recited a song for New Year's Eve. Also, look for the newsletter announcements. We have a special spoken word production that is being planned for mid February called Sentinels of the Heart. If you aren't signed up for the newsletter, certainly use the QR code here to get yourself signed up, and we'll make sure that you're notified of when we are promoting our next events. Anyway, happy New Year, and wishing all a very good 2025.